I just got back home from seeing 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, and I need to talk about it. So I'm sorry if my thoughts come out a little discombobulated because I haven't really had time to think of like the most eloquent way to say what I want to say, but first of all, I think that this was a very, very solid follow-up to 28 Years Later. I rated that movie 5 out of 5 stars, so maybe I had very high expectations for this, but I think it's a solid one. Ralph Fiennes' performance in this topped what he was doing in 28 Years Later. The psychological aspects that were able to come out in this movie was very unexpected. You get to learn more about the Jimmies, so obviously you see a lot more of Jack O'Connell this time around, and I think that was a very interesting element to add to this world because it really goes to show that, like, in this world where the infected are a risk for everyone who lives there every day, you still have things that can be scary, even more scary than the infected that you can possibly come across. So I thought that was a very, very cool thing to add into this world. And obviously I don't want to give spoilers, so I'm not going to say too much, but I will say that I can definitely see why a lot of people are saying this is more even disturbing than the first one. Some of the imagery and some of the things that are happening, I would definitely agree that this is more disturbing in mental ways and physical ways as well. I had a few moments where I was like cringing at what was happening on screen. I think that it is a very solid connector to what we are possibly going to be seeing in the third one. The way this movie ends, it is very, very exciting to where the third one is going to go. And while I can definitely say I enjoyed 28 Years Later, the first one, a little bit more than this one, that does not mean that this one is not solid. I think it was a very solid follow-up. I just think personally for me, the first one's a little hard to top, but absolutely, if you enjoyed the first 28 Years Later, or maybe if you didn't, maybe if you even had mixed feelings, go and see this one in theaters, because you might get something out of it that you liked more than what you liked in the first 28 Years Later. And being able to see this second chapter, which fleshes out a few more things while still leaving you having some questions that we're going to be taking now into the third movie, I think that's going to be so cool. And I'm already so hyped for number 3, and I don't even know how much longer we're going to have to wait for that one.